Customer 360 view is segmented across numerous tabs and sections that provide a comprehensive overview about the customer from all different and relevant aspects and perspectives. Let's go section by section to see what is there. Alerts area is meant to highlight currently most specific and important information about the customer, and in that way help to the end user to streamline the conversation towards customer. Here we can see a few important indicators, such as if the customer has transferred his income to our bank, if customer's KYC was updated in last X months, if customer was verified against a sanction list in last X months, and what is the NPS, or the likelihood the customer will recommend a bank to his friends. A bit down we see general information about the customer, such as his ID in core system, type, first name, last name, personal number, etc. Next best offer recommendations should motivate tellers and sellers to offer the most promising additional product to the customer. In Robert's case, we see two next best offers. One is for overdraft renewal, which expires in a couple of days, and the next one is for term deposit Robert still does not have in his portfolio. These notifications are not only that, but they are clickable tiles that enable user to start next action straight from here, of course, depending on customer's feedback. In case Robert is not interested in having term deposit, a user can record this as negative for offering, which will result that in the background, the opportunity is created and immediately closed as lost. As you can see, the notification has also disappeared and will not be showing for some time because we would like to avoid bothering our users with the same questions and same offers he is currently not interested in. After a period of time, which of course can be defined on offer level, the notification will appear again so that we can check if our customer actually is ready to reconsider his decision about a particular product. In the other hand, if customer is interested in particular offer, the end user can start sales process directly from here by creating an opportunity. A bit down, we see some, again, notifications that tell us more about the customer and interaction he has with our bank. We see some key figures, such as the number of active loans, the number of active credit cards, his current total exposure, and current total due. On the right side, we see even more about customer's product portfolio. We see exactly which products the customer is using, and we also see which he still does not have. If I scroll a bit down, I will see full analytics of these products, or I will see the list of customers' current accounts, loans, cards, deposits, collaterals, and the most recent transactions. In this list, we see, of course, the most generic data regarding each product. But if I navigate to the product straight from here, I will see extended data set. In case of current account, I see what is the party number, IBAN, currency, date when the account was opened, data regarding the balance, data regarding overdraft, and data regarding last transactions. Another nice feature that we have on the very first tab is actually possibility to associate customer 360 with his LinkedIn profile. In order to achieve this, we need LinkedIn Sales Navigator that then is easily embedded on the form. From here, we can actually search from our customer by his first name, last name, and current title. Of course, LinkedIn will retrieve back the profiles satisfying these criteria, and if we recognize our customer, we can associate it with the profile, and from here we are able to message him to connect to him and even to see mutual connections that we have with him. Navigating to the next tab, Profile Summary, we will find even more data regarding the customer. Personal data, identification data, employment details. On the very right, we also have contact information, social channels information, as well as address information. Also, what we are able to do from here is to manage customers' contact preferences. First of all, we can set what is the contact method our customer prefers. And then for each specific channel, we can specify if the customer allows these channels or maybe he does not. So let's say that he also does not allow SMS channel. And last, but definitely not the least feature that we have on Profile Summary is what we call timeline. Timeline is actually the feature that collects and displays all the interactions that we had with our customers and also those that are scheduled and will happen in the future. Interactions, or how we call them, activities, can be various, and of course they include some common channels such as appointments, emails, phone calls, tasks, but also some more bank-specific interactions such as interactions through ATM, e-bank, M-bank, etc. This timeline is also interactive, so we can add a new activity directly from here, or we can, of course, filter it in order to find a particular activity we need to know in more details. We are able to filter it through the record type, then of course activity type, activity status, etc. Above the timeline, we have assistant that is actually emphasizing the activities that are currently most important, or in other words, require our attention. For example, I have here that I have a task having a due date scheduled for today, and the what is actually task about is that customer's ID has expired, meaning that of course I should contact him and get the latest data. For the existing customers, of course, this link can be quite long, and in order to provide users with even more clear and comprehensive overview of the activities, there is a calendar which shows the activities in a time frame. So we are able to select the view, for example, month, and then we will see exactly how the activities were scheduled on which date, and of course, new activity can be added even from here. Moving on to the next tab, opportunities and cases. Here we see the list of all customers' opportunities that happened, that were also either closed or maybe are currently active, and we also see the list of all cases. Of course, in the list we see only some basic data, but we are able to navigate to the particular opportunity or case straight from here. Marketing tab contains data regarding customer segmentations, as well as all the campaigns the customer was targeted at, as well as his responses in this regard. KYC contains risk classification data, as well as data regarding customers' KYC process, such as when the last KYC was taken, what is the latest application form, and when is the next KYC scheduled, so that we always keep our data refreshed. And down there we have a list of all application forms which were used to modify customers' data. GDPR tab contains overview of all the consents allowing bank to keep customers' personal data within the system, as well as consent register, which actually records each modification of the consent, providing information which consent was modified, to which value, when, and of course by whom. On top of Customer 360, there is UIC process, or Understand Your Customer process, which should help end user to collect soft data about the customer, such as his digital presence, by fulfilling the links of his profile on social networks. And another is personal information area, where we can collect, of course, some more personal data about the customer, such as preferred time for contact and the names of his family members. With this, I would conclude Customer 360 design for retail customer and navigate to the Customer 360 for the customer in private banking.